Good morning from Skagway. This right here is part of the White Pass train, but it is just like pieces of it. This is not the car we will be riding on. It looks like the train tracks are completely covered up by the rock slide over there. So that leads me to my next point. I don't know if we're gonna tender today, but we received a notice a couple of days ago that we were gonna be tendering in Skagway. So it looks like we're right here on the dock, but we may be tendering. So I guess we'll wait and see what happens. But first, coffee. Well, we had breakfast and coffee from the International Cafe this morning, which was perfect. And now we have our shore excursion tickets. These were left in our stateroom on the first day when we embarked the ship. And it says to meet in Princess Theater, Deck 7 at 6:55 a.m. And it is currently 6:44 p.m. And this, where it says, do you see? Yeah, I'm sorry, a.m. Have not had enough coffee yet, apparently. You see where it says Deck 7? Doesn't that say okay, question mark? It looks like an okay question mark. Meet in Princess Theater, okay? Nope, Deck 7. It's fine. So that's where we're gonna head now. We are on the tender boat, water shuttle, water taxi, whatever you want to call it, Mom. I'm so excited. Are you excited? We are in Skagway now. The water taxi ride was really short. This is our ship right over here. So now we're just gonna go up to the top, see if we can find the rest of our group for our port adventure shore excursion. All right, we just got off the water taxi, and there are a bunch of like shore excursion people telling us where to go. She saw our stickers, so she's sending us to bus A right over here. So once we got on the bus, we were waiting for the rest of our group, and then we were handed these really handy radio GPS activated doodad things that were part of our tour. We were part of a multilingual White Pass rail tour. So once the bus was all loaded up and everybody had their radio headsets, they also gave us earphones. We were all on the bus, and they drove us through town. They gave us a little bit of a miniature town tour. We got to drive right by the Red Onion Saloon, right down the main drag there in Skagway, but they took us directly to the load up spot for the train. We are on the train. We have our seat. This is the bus we got off of, just right over here. Ready to go, Mom? You excited? Me too. have made it to Canada. So we are halfway through our train, our White Pass rail trip today. So we brought the train up. We're gonna hop on a bus and take the bus back down. So in the meantime, we're just gonna wait for our bus to arrive because it is not here yet. But we did find clear skies and the sun. Well, we are back in Skagway. Just got off the train. Actually, we've done a little bit of shopping and I used the restroom. So let's talk a little bit about our shore excursion, Mom.
Sure.
We found a nice quietish place to talk because I want to talk about this before we just move on and do the rest of our day. I have done the train before, but I've never done it all the way up into Canada before.
It was awesome.
It was really cool, very beautiful, very scenic. Cold once we got up there. There's still snow.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And some wind.
Yep. Yeah.
Low cloud ceiling.
Yeah. So everything that I've told her about Alaska is that it's cloudy a lot and it feels like the sky is lower here than it does in Florida for whatever reason. At least to me. And she's kind of agreed with that.
There were some breaks in the clouds when we got up there.
Yes, we did have a little bit of clear sky. But down here in Skagway, completely overcast. And you can't even see the tops of all the mountains because they are covered in low clouds. So, but what did you think of the train itself?
I really enjoyed the train ride. It's not real fast, so you get plenty of time to see things. They actually slowed down for you so that you can get some good pictures.
That's true.
They know where all of the, you know, photo moment spots are.
Yeah, and there was a really great lady on the train car with us, kind of acting as a tour guide. We were given little like audio boxes with headsets, and here comes the train behind us. There it is. But the tour we were on was like a multilingual tour, so the audio machine had like, what, 8 or 9 different channels, a bunch of different languages that you can choose from. And I think we were the only English-speaking people on the tour.
On our bus, yeah.
Yeah, on our bus. Anyway, so we took the train up to the top to Canada. We got off the train, well, we had customs come through. They looked at our passports. We got off the train, we got on a bus. We started driving down back to Skagway. We went through customs again, and then now we're here in Skagway. So we have all day. The last water shuttle does not go back to the ship until 8 p.m.
So it's gonna be a long day here.
I think, is it just now 11?
Just now 11 o'clock.
11:15 a.m. So we have to find some things to fill our day. There are 2 breweries and a distillery here, so I think that's gonna take up some of our time here. So anyway,
we're gonna go check it out.
Yeah, let's go. So the last time I was here in Skagway was during COVID, and there were no cruise ships here in port, and it was like totally dead, but this is anything but. This is very, very busy and loud, and it's strange because there aren't a lot of residents here, just a ton of tourists. We're gonna start at Skagway Brewing Company because it's open. Klondike doesn't open until noon. So we have about 40 minutes to kill before Klondike opens, and I could go for a snack. So they sent us upstairs. We have a table. Adam and Sherry are gonna join us later, but here's like what the venue looks like. We came up the stairs, and let's see. We have some beer coming. We're gonna do one of each beer. We're gonna do a taste or a tester of each one, but she said the porter is the one that they're out of, so no blue top porter for us today, but we can try everything else. And then we also have some onion rings and the hummus coming on the way. Ooh, that sounds really good, so cannot wait. I'm hungry. Flights are coming. All right, we have some food. We have hummus, and we've started eating already, and it is yummy, I can confirm. And some onion rings, and I'm excited to dig into those. All right, food is here. We have the Krabby mac and cheese, and we have also a root beer, which is like a local, not house-made, but local root beer. We have a bowl of chili, and then this is the pulled pork sandwich, and we have eaten all of the hummus and all but one onion ring. All right, Mom, what did you think of this place?
It was yummy.
I thought so.
Food was good.
Yep. Beer was good, food was great. I'm so glad we came here.
Historic Moore Homestead, Klondike Gold Rush National Historic Park. And he's painting the house. I just want to run over there and grab a paintbrush and give him a hand.
Local distillery is next. It's called Skagway Spirits Distillery. I'm gonna stop here and let the car go by. But look how pretty. It is kind of, sort of, almost trying to rain. It's sprinkling a little bit, so anyway, not too bad. And it's not too cold. So they have a guest book you can sign, and they've got like an Explore Skagway book and some merch. And here are their spirits over here. So they have the vodka and they have gin, and we have already done the tasting. She's gonna start making our cocktails now, but look at this driftwood whale hanging from the ceiling. Can I take that home? Like, that is so cool. Okay, so we did a tasting. So we tried their vodka and their gin, and then we ordered cocktails. So mine is the rhubarb Collins at the top, and look how pretty it is. It's like pink and purple. That is the lemon drop. That is the London Mule, which is the Moscow Mule but made with gin. And Mom got the Spruce Tip Tonic. So it's like gin and tonic, but made with their gin and infused with spruce tips. So now we are walking back down closer to the ships. I guess it would be like downtown Skagway. How do you know it's getting colder? I don't know. Maybe the SpongeBob hat is a clue. All right, here we go. Klondike Brewing Co. And we have beer flights. Hooray! They did have 2 like preset beer flights on the menu, so we got one of each. So we are finishing our flights here at Klondike Brewing Company. We just met Tabby, who is our like waitress, whatever. And she is really nice.
Yeah, and knows her.
She does, okay, and not just like Skagway beer or breweries, but she knows Anchorage breweries too. And when I started talking about the ones in Anchorage, she got really excited about it, which is really cute. So, I mean, I don't know, it kind of felt like meeting a kindred spirit.
It's really sweet.
I kind of felt like we could be friends. The sad part is I live so far away. So, anyway, this was a lot of fun. And can you beat this view? Because I don't think you can.
This is such a great, relaxing outdoor space.
It really is nice because they have all of these like outdoor Adirondack chairs. It's very nice. It's covered, which is nice because you might or might not get rained on. And if you can handle the cool weather, you can sit out here. And
this is the beginning. This is a shoulder season.
Yeah, this is May. It's still May. Clearly there's snow on the mountains, so it is still cool outside. Not frigid.
But from here it's going to warm up and be more beautiful every day.
Yeah, bigger and bigger mosquitoes. more and more sunlight. I mean, I don't know. I just think if you're going to spend time outside in Alaska, you might as well do it at a brewery, and you might as well do it at one that has flights and lots of good beer.
Local business.
Right, yeah, because that's kind of the whole point of coming to Alaska, is to support small businesses. You don't want to get off the ship and go to Subway.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
You don't want to get off the ship and go to Walmart. You want to get off the ship and go to a place that is owned by a local Alaskan and made, you know, here. So,
Klondike.
yeah, Klondike Brewing Company, total win. Love this. Now I'm ready to go back to the ship.
Me too.
Oh, hey, look. I know them.
You know us. I follow you on Instagram and YouTube.
Oh my god, I follow you on YouTube. They do have an inside space as well, but they're all like high tops. They do have some merch though. I was showing Mom the bear-proof trash can. So you stick your hand in. You can see how it latches. Yep. But that's to keep bears from eating the trash. Suddenly, we are back on the ship, and I wanted to show you the rock slide, landslide that is keeping us from just walking off of the ship. So, you can see we are tethered here at the dock, but we cannot get off the ship because of this. Because of all of that. So we did have water taxis. So they're using emergency lifeboat vehicles as the water taxi.
Right.
Which I thought was really fascinating. But it's all because of this. Right here. Something else that I find is totally fascinating that no one has spoken about on the ship that I've heard. After a landslide like this, the vegetation may never grow back the way that it was before. So the trees that were there are gone and may never ever grow back. Just because, yeah, in our lifetime, because the topsoil has been totally wiped off. It's really shallow topsoil anyway.
And the tree roots are a lot of what held it.
That's true. Yeah, the tree roots are basically what's holding this mountainside together. But because of the rock slide, landslide, mudslide, whatever it was, avalanche, I don't know what time of year it happened, but because of this, I mean,
once it started, it's just continuing.
Yeah, and it's not even completely done. They know that there are several rocks at the top that could fall at any time, hence the nets to try to hold things in place. But also, like, us not getting off the ship is more of a precaution than anything, because those rocks at the top could fall at any time. and do all kinds of unknown damage. Can we talk a little bit about accessibility on the train? Because there are steps up into the train.
And I saw them helping people by hand, but I did not see a ramp or a way to get a power device onto the train. But I know that there was an individual that looked like they were
weak and frail.
Yeah. That it took 2 people on the ground and 2 people to receive them that were up on the train, and they did help that individual get onto the train, and of course they held the train for that person, but they had to get off of the bus
to the train and then up onto the train.
Yeah.
So maybe not the most accessible shore excursion. I had a great time. Once you get on the train, there's nowhere for you to go. There's nothing for you to do but sit and watch and take pictures. But then, you know, getting on the train and off the train and onto the bus.
And there is a bathroom on the train.
There is a bathroom on the train.
And it is a larger foot space area bathroom, but there's nobody to help you in the bathroom.
Yeah. It is 3:45 p.m. and we're hungry, so we're gonna find a place to have some lunch. Probably go back to the pizza place.
It's really overcast.
Yeah, it is really overcast.
Chilly. Every now and then you'll feel a raindrop.
Yep, it has not tried to like really rain, but there have been raindrops falling from the sky. It's been a really pleasant day, not hot, not like frigid freezing cold until we got up to the very, very top. That's where it was frigid freezing cold, but that's where all the snow was anyway. So let's go find some food, Mom. Look at the pizza. This is the capricciosa or whatever. This is pepperoni, but it's not pepperoni because apparently they don't have pepperoni, so they're using salami on the pepperoni pizza. Whatever. Well, it is 9:30 p.m. and we've left Skagway behind. So we are slowly creeping back toward Juneau because we have Glacier Bay tomorrow. I hope we'll have nice weather again. So we'll see. So like I said, it's 9:30. We had Skagway today. Last port before we get off the ship in Whittier and head to Anchorage. Mom, what did you think of Skagway?
I enjoyed Skagway. It was a small little quaint town. I was amazed at how it's overrun with the cruise ships.
Yeah, so very different experience for me because the last time I was there were no cruise ships in port. This was very different to experience with 4 ships in port.
Yeah, 4 or 5 today.
It was Princess, Holland America, and I think 2 Norwegian ships. Because there was the other one over by the Holland America and the one right next to us, or like behind us.
Did the Viking ship make it in?
I never saw a Viking ship today. So not a whole lot of stuff to do in Skagway. I'm glad we booked the shore excursion.
I love the train ride.
Yeah, I would do the train again. I think I would do the train every time I came to Skagway, just because I think that it is so rich in history, learning more about the White Pass. You know, that experience and the people, what they call them? Not prospectors, the stampede.
Yeah.
They kept calling them a stampede, and I thought that was a really interesting way of describing a large group of men, very brutal men, and the horrible things they did to their horses.
Animals.
Yeah, their animals, their pack animals. So, anyway, that was interesting. So I would definitely do that again. I 100% recommend booking the White Pass Rail before you get here. I would never just like walk up and try to get on it just because it will sell out. I know the ones on the ship sold out, but we got to do it. We got lucky, so we booked it early enough.
And they ran it all day long.
Yeah, they did. Something we learned, and then we also saw it. We were on the train that left the depot around 8, and they ran trains all day long. So there was like a gap in between the trains just so that they wouldn't stack up with each other, because the way it works, or the way it worked for us, is the train went up to the top and then we took a bus back down. The train does go back down, so there were people who got on a bus, rode the bus up to the top, and then took the train down. And then I think that there were some people who got to ride the train up and then back. And I would do that, but that would be a much longer experience because the train is about twice as long of a ride as the bus.
The train doesn't go very fast.
No, it really doesn't go very fast. The train slows down, but you don't get to like stop and get off the train to take pictures. It moves the whole time. But the bus was a lot faster, and I think it's because the route is a lot shorter for the bus. Yeah, much steeper. What else? Oh, brewery review. Have to talk about the breweries, Mom. So we've done a bunch of breweries so far on this trip. I just want to talk about the two today. Skagway Brewing Company had great food, but I think I liked the beer and the venue better at Klondike.
Yeah.
Because I really liked the outside setting at Klondike today with those Adirondack chairs.
Yeah.
Outside.
I like the venue better, and I like the beer better. But the food was excellent at.
And I'm glad we did Skagway first because we were hungry. So anyway, I think that's going to be the end of our day. I know we've been ending these vlogs early. Like I said, it's just now 9:30, which is really late for us. We might finally be adjusting to the Alaska time zone, but we are beat. We're tired. Tomorrow's Glacier Bay. So the ship sails in and just kind of floats around, but we're not going to get off. And we're not going to do any like glacier experiences tomorrow. We're just going to stay on the ship all day tomorrow. It's a national park, and they're supposed to bring on some national park rangers, and I'm very excited about it. So we're going to have some exceptional glacier viewing tomorrow. So we need to get some rest tonight, which is nice because I'm ready for bed. So I think that's where we're going to end today's video. Good night, everybody. Say good night, Mom.
Good night, Mom.